What if I told you that the life you've always dreamed of is closer than you think? It's not just a distant possibility, but something that real people, just like you, have already achieved. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Debbie Sadify, and I am thrilled to be here again with Deborah Blosnich. Hey, Deb, how are you?
Great.
That's good. Today, we're going to share something really, truly special. We're not just talking about theories or ideas, we're actually talking about real stories from real people who have experienced real transformation. These are women who were once in the same place that you might be in right now, feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and unsure of how to move forward. But through this process that we're discussing and we've been discussing, they've not only found their way out, but they've created lives that are richer, more fulfilling, and more aligned with their true selves than they ever thought was possible. So if you've ever wondered, can this really work for me? Then stay with us because these stories will show you that it absolutely can work for you. Deb, I'm going to turn it over to you to start with our first story.
Okay, so thank you, Debbie, for that great introduction. Yes, welcome back. Stories are so powerful, and that is because when you hear a story and you can find yourself in the story and it resonates with you, it's going to have a bigger impact on us. And I know this is true for myself. When I hear that somebody else has gone through what I've been through and they've come out of it better on the other side, I know I'm kind of looking at them like, oh, okay, so I'm not the only one facing this struggle, and there's hope. So that is the power of stories. And so tonight I want to share with you a little bit about one of the women that's in our EMF community. And she came into it feeling exhausted and burnt out, and like she's been giving and giving everything of herself and feeling like this is what she was meant to do, right? But she also felt like um, just kind of lost in the cycle of giving and taking care of her family and making sure her career was on the right track and that she was moving up the ladder. But at the end of the day, there was nothing left for herself. She was just exhausted and tired. And like a lot of women, feeling like, who am I? Like, I don't even know who I am anymore. I used to be fun. I used to be energetic. I used to enjoy life. I used to look forward to things. And now all I'm doing is waking up, taking care of my family, which she loved doing, of course, and going to her job and coming home and taking care of her family and falling into bed at night exhausted just to wake up and do the same thing the next day. And she had tried to find what this missing spark was in her life. And she wanted to fix herself, I'll say, for lack of a better word, which many of us do, right? And she had tried self help books. She had tried different programs. She had tried mindfulness apps, right? But nothing was sticking. She wasn't able to maintain the changes that she was seeking in her life, and she wasn't able to feel the way that she wanted to in her life. But when she started reconnecting with herself and addressing all the underlying beliefs and the emotions that were leading to her exhaustion, the guilt from taking care of herself, things began to change. And she learned how to set boundaries, healthy boundaries. She learned how to listen to her own needs and take care of herself so that she could serve everyone from an overflowing cup instead of a dripping empty cup. She learned how to tap into her own inner strength. And today, she's not only just living a more energized life, she is living a more fulfilled life. And she's more present and she's more loving with her family and in her career. and she has learned to take on leadership in her life, a power that she had all along, but it had kind of just gotten set to the wayside with all this exhaustion from trying to serve everybody and forgetting about her own needs. So her story is a powerful reminder that transformation is possible no matter where you're starting from, because it's a story we've seen multiple times at different levels. So I'm super proud of her and glad to call her a friend. Um, so, Debbie, what can you tell us about this journey of transformation?
Well, that's a really inspiring story. And I know, you know, there's more than one person in our group that has gone through this journey and started at that point. And there is so much in that story that I resonate and resonates with my own story that I've gone through. And it's really, I'm sure if you're listening out there, you maybe this story resonates with you as well. And I know that it's important for us to remember that this whole transformation thing is a journey. It's not something that happens overnight. And it's not always easy. It's not always easy. It's not easy at all. There's a lot of hard work that we put in towards it. But as we've seen time and time again, for the people who put in the work, the results are worth it. And the women who have walked this path with us have experienced changes that are not just about how they feel, but it's about every aspect of their lives and in places and ways that you wouldn't even think possible. But I want to share another story, and this one is about another woman from our EMF group who was carrying the weight of unresolved trauma for many years. And this affected every relationship in her life, from her marriage to her friends. She was feeling trapped in a cycle of pain and didn't believe that true healing was even possible. And a lot of people who have these unresolved traumas don't even realize that they're there. They're not kind of in your face all the time. And sometimes some of our actions are a result of these traumas that we didn't even realize that they're associated with each other. And when this person joined the EFF program, she was really hesitant. She was afraid to face the past and afraid of what might come up. But as she started to discover more about herself, and each week as she learned to process her emotions and reframe her beliefs, she began to see a shift. And as we said, this didn't happen overnight, but over time she started to forgive herself. Wow, that power to forgive yourself is so important, and yet it's so hard. But it allowed her to release the pain that she had been holding on to and to step into a new sense of freedom. And today, she describes her life as lighter and brighter than she ever could have imagined it would be. And her story is a testament to the power of doing that inner work and trusting the process. We talk about that a lot. Do the work, trust the process. It's so important to do that. And so I know you have another story for us, Deb.
I do, because these stories are so powerful. And I know with the one that you just shared, to me, it sounds extremely familiar. Like that um, is not only her story, but it is my story. I had a lot of trauma from childhood. I made lots of choices based on that trauma. I was living a life with so many limiting beliefs and lack of self-worth. And just like you said, I wasn't even aware of it. So that's the crazy thing about these stories, and that's why I love sharing them so much. And stories in general is because when we speak our truth and we tell our stories, it allows others to share theirs as well. And then if we are brave enough to start a journey like EMF, um, this is such a safe space and such a supportive space. And that's what I found in EMF, was that not only did I discover all of the things that were holding me back in life, I found ways to release all of the pain, all of the shame, and just all of the limiting beliefs that were holding me back. So, um, in joining this journey, not everybody has a traumatic childhood, but some of us do. And when we get to meet in this kind of space and get support from people who are really doing the work, like you said, it just, yeah, it just puts you in a really great place. So I'm proud to call her a friend. And um, the impact that relationships and well-being have on us, it has that ripple effect. So and that's the beautiful part about this whole transformation, right? So not only are these women and ourselves transforming our own lives, but it gets to ripple out then to our families and our friends and any community that we're in, including our workspaces, right? Um, so just like us and the other stories that we told, we have another friend, Helen, and I call her friend because if you've gone through the EMF program, you don't just go through this program and then you never see these people again, but you get to connect with them as often as you wish. It's up to you, like people are there for you. And Helen is one of those people. And she had been suffering from severe burnout and been pushing herself for years, just like our other friend, right? Just trying to do everything. I'm sorry. And she was ignoring her body's signals. She was putting everyone else's needs before her own, until she started the EMF program. And she realized how deeply pushing herself so hard was affecting her health, mentally and physically. And so through the program, though, she learned to tune into her body and to prioritize the self-care. Like everybody says, if you're in an airplane, it's easy to say that, like, oh, I'm going to put my air mask on first and then I'll help others. But when we learn to do that in life, it really has a huge impact on us. So, and as a result, her health improved dramatically. She found that her relationships with her partner and her children improved, and she noticed the change in her life. Again, she became more present, more loving, more alive, and she felt that energy and that spark for life that she had lost. And this is what a true transformation looks like. It looks like rekindling your lust for life. And it's not just about yourself, right? I actually heard this in another conversation that I had with other people today about transforming our lives and becoming our best selves. And um, for some people, you might be stuck a little bit, right? And these changes that you seek, you start and you stop and you fail and you feel bad, but you pull yourself up by the bootstraps and you start again, right? In EMF, that's one of the great things. There's so much accountability here that if you start to slip, somebody's going to be like, hello, where have you been? I know things are hard, but you said you want this and you want to do it. And that's amazing. But the point of what I was saying is it's not just about you. So if you are struggling to say, I'm doing it for myself, think about that one person in your life that really means a lot to you and you want to show up as your best self for them. And think about how you helping yourself and changing your mindset and your beliefs could then impact their life for the better. So just a little food for thought there today. And I hope you do ponder that because it can be a real motivator to take the first step to lasting change. So, and I talked a little bit about our accountability and how it's going to affect others. So, Debbie, can you tell us a little bit about the encouragement and the empowerment that this EMF brings for us?
Yeah, I mean, when you were talking, first of all, I resonate with that story as well. And my husband and I went separate ways, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that we didn't spend the time to uh, keep our relationship up because I was so busy with that burnout and those other things and running, 100 miles an hour all the time, burning the candle at both ends, whatever you want to call it. I was doing it, and just never took the time to appreciate my relationship that I had with my husband. And as a result, that relationship, we still have a relationship because we have 4 kids, but we parted ways because we just grew apart. Uh, and I know these stories show us that no matter where you're starting from, that transformation is possible. And you may not feel when I joined EMF, I didn't, I wasn't looking for a personal transformation program. I really wasn't, but boy, did I ever get an awakening. And so, but no matter where you start from, transformation is possible. And when you're dealing with burnout, unresolved trauma, or just a sense that something is missing from your life, uh, just know that there's always a way forward. And it's not about trying harder and doing more, it's about going deeper. It's understanding yourself on a profound level and aligning to your true self, understanding what your truth is, understanding who you authentically are. All of those kind of things are so important. And as you were talking, Deb, one of the things that I was thinking is, we say that there's the place where you live and there's the place where you visit. And when you slip up or you fail, it's not about the fact that you failed. It's that you're just visiting an old place, and you're going to come, the people in the community were going to help you to come back to where you want to live and just visit that other place, but come back as soon as you can to the other place. And so we want to encourage you as well. We have a lot of encouragement, but encourage you to see that these stories are a reflection of what's possible for you. The women in these stories, the women that we know that have gone through these traumas and things it's not extraordinary. They are just regular people facing challenges, facing doubts, facing fear. It's all normal stuff. It's all stuff that a lot of us go through. But it's about making that decision to step into the unknown, to trust the process. That's another thing, trust the process, and to commit to their own growth, commit to your growth. And because of that, these women have created lives that are richer, fuller, and more aligned to who they truly are. Hey, we have a few friends, that we see them sending pictures all the time about all the places that they're traveling to now, living their best life. And so if you're feeling that spark of possibility, if you're wondering what might be possible for you, then know that you're in the right place and you're here for a reason. And we're here to support you every step of the way. What we want is to pay it forward for the change that we've gone through.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Debbie. That really, I think, I loved when you said it's not about just trying to work harder and harder, because I think a lot of us are told that just work hard and eventually things will pay off, right? And I know I was a hard worker. I know a lot of people with really good hearts who are hard workers, but they still somehow find themselves stuck in a rut and not feeling fulfilled. And that's one of the happiest, most beautiful things that I think we get to witness as we're a part of this EMF journey is not only ourselves letting go of all of that and finding a smoother path, um, and a nicer ride, but watching other people just let go of so many things and embrace what's really meant for them and then get to enjoy life so much more. So thank you for that. Yes, it's going deep on why we're doing what we're doing and how we can just enjoy this ride we call life um, more. So as we come to the end of today's session, we want to leave you with this thought that transformation isn't just for other people. It is for you. And whether you're the CEO of a company or whether you're a single mom working 3 jobs to put food on the table, right? It's for anyone who's ready to do the work, to face the challenges that you have head on and to step into a new way of being. So, if these stories resonated with you at all, and if you've seen yourself in any of these experiences that we've shared, we invite you to take the next step. Our EMF Foundations program is designed to guide you through this journey of transformation. And it's a space where you will be supported and empowered and given the tools that you need to create a lasting change in your life.
Yeah, this isn't just another course. As we said before, this is about a journey of deep personal growth. And our EMF Foundations Plus program is over 6 weeks, where you'll be guided through the exact processes that'll help you and have helped so many women to start to transform their lives. You're not going to transform your life in 6 weeks. I'll guarantee you that, but you're going to get a good start, and you'll learn how to reprogram your subconscious mind, how to shift your emotional state, and how to create a life that's aligned with your true self. And I know this because I've been on this journey through the EMF for this in the 6-month flagship program, where I've gone through so much transformation. I didn't even begin to talk about it all today. I just gave you little snippets of it. But if you are ready to stop feeling stuck and you want to make real lasting changes and to finally step into the life that you've been dreaming of, we'd love you to join us on this journey together. And you can click on the link in the description to learn more and to sign up. And this could be the moment that you've been waiting for. So if you're ready to stop feeling stuck and to make real lasting change and to finally step into the life that you've been dreaming of, we'd love you to join us on this journey. Again, click on the link
Yes,
below.
it'd be
All
a
right.
great discussion. All right. Thanks everyone for being here. Remember, everything that we shared today is proof that transformation is possible. It's not just for someone else. And we're here to support you. And we will be back next week with more insights, more stories, more ways to start you on your path to transformation. So
Yeah.
click below, reach out.
Click below. And until then, take what you've heard today to heart, reflect on it, let it inspire you. If you could see yourself in any of those stories, you might want to take the next step. If you're feeling ready, click on the link in the description to learn more about our EMF Foundation Plus program and see if it's a right fit for you. We can't wait to see you on the journey. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.